Continuing on from our first presentation regarding shape tweening, you can see I still have the other one open. To create a new Flash animation, I go File, New, and again I want to click on an Action Script 3.0. Okay, this brings you up a new canvas, a new stage. What I wanted to bring your attention to here is the fact that we have in our timeline a layer 1. Now for this animation all we need is one layer for this next demonstration, but for the one we are going to do in the next video, to which talks about the motion tweening, we are going to use multiple layers, so you need to keep that in mind. I'm going to start by showing you the Classic Tween, and remember that the Classic Tween can be used for rotating, resizing, moving from point A to point B, and changing the color, the transparency, so making an image either fade in or fade out, and also the tint, so you can give it a different kind of glow almost. So what I'm going to do is actually import an image that I've already got saved in one of my files. So I'm going to go import, and instead of importing to stage, which would import the image directly to my canvas, I want to import to the library up here, so I can use this again and again and again. The first time you do this, it will take a little while. So it's brought up my files here. Now all my images are saved on my Google Drive. The image I'm going to grab start with this t-shirt. Okay, so because I've imported to the library, it will look like nothing has happened. But if I go over here and click on the library, my image is actually quite there. Okay, so I'll grab it and I'll just drag it across to the first keyframe. Now, as mentioned in the presentation, in order to unlock the potential of Adobe Flash, you need to create a symbol. Now, you can do this in a few ways. You can either press F8, or you can right mouse click and click on Convert to Symbol. Now, this is an image. Okay, so when it comes up to type, we just want to make it a graphic and give it a meaningful name. T-shirt. I always use _G for graphic, _MC for movie clip, and _B for button, just so I know when I go to my library which is which. Alright, so it is an image, it is a symbol now. First thing I'm going to show you is resizing. So I'm going to go on my third sub-select tool, which is the scale tool, or free transform tool, sorry. I'm going to hold shift. By holding shift when I resize, it keeps its dimensions of width to height. And I'm going to drag it down till it's very, 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 very small. So almost not being able to be seen. Okay, I could go smaller if I wanted to, but that's fine. I'm going to go on to frame 25 and I'm going to press F6, which gives me a new keyframe. And I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to drag the shirt out until it's really quite large. Now if I played this now, all that would happen, as you can see, is for most of the time it's just sitting there small and then it just pops out. But we want to actually do a tween. Okay, so in between frame 1 and frame 25, I'm going to right mouse click and select a Classic Tween. So now when I play it, it looks like the image is sort of coming towards you. We can do some other things as well while we're here. I'm going to fade the image in. So in that first frame, I'm going to click on the properties. I'm going to go to making sure I've clicked on my object. I'm going to go to my color effect. And remember before I spoke about changing the transparency, we do that by using what's called alpha. So if I start the alpha at 0, and then in that 25th frame, it should have already set the, it's already done it for me. It's set the alpha to 100%. Which means, so if I play my thing now, my animation now, it actually fades in. Okay, I'm going to do the reverse. At frame 50, I'm going to press F6. I'm going to click on that object. I'm going to change the alpha to 0. Right mouse click in here and do what's called a Classic Tween. So basically what will happen is my shirt will fade in, fade out. I'm going to go back to 75. I'll put in another keyframe. You can see my image is still there. This time I want the alpha at 100%. And we'll do a Classic Tween. So we're just getting it back. Okay. I might also, in that final frame, that 75th frame, resize it till it's a bit more workable. And because I've already got a Classic Tween there, you can do different things. So it's shrinking and it's coming back. I'm going to go to frame 100, press F6, and I'm going to rotate my t-shirt upside down. Remember, this is using the free transform tool just up here. Again, I'll do a Classic Tween, and what it will show me is when I play, it actually spinning around. Moving from point A to point B is similar. So again, I just press F6. This time I'm going to move it off the canvas. I'll rotate it as well. And do a Classic Tween. So when I play my animation, it's moving and spinning as we go. If I press Control Enter, which publishes my movie, you can see only things that are on the canvas are shown. Okay. One last thing I wanted to show you here is changing the tint. So we've got the color effects here. There's another one we can use. So I'm going to go to, let's go to frame 150. Press F6. In this one I want to move my shirt to the middle. And I want the tint to change the color. Now, as I said, you can totally change the color, or you can give it a bit of a glow. So if I change that sort of tint ratio there, say just to 50, 45 will do. It means that when I do my Classic Tween, not only is my shirt going to move, it's actually going to change its hue slightly. Okay, that is the use of Classic Tweens. Next video will be showcasing the use of motion tweening. A little bit harder, but I think you'll find more powerful.